We just picked up our new carrier, and it's 3304 Victorian Railways. We cleaned up the serial number down the back there. It shows Victorian Railways 3304. So it's a pretty good hull, it hasn't been cut. We've got a set of good wheels that go with it, like those. Carrier radiator. All the seats are intact. And steerage linkages, steering wheel. Air filters are in place, an oil cooler, which is good. A couple of ammo boxes, flare box. Still got the camouflage pattern on it there, including the numbers 3304 and the camouflage there, down there, and swings around. Got the tool rack on the back, but unfortunately missing that Pioneer bracket there, so something we have to fix up. Got a lot of engine mount, gun mounts on it still. Good. I've got a carrier block, the correct block, sitting over there. We've got 3 or 4 engine covers, so we'll be able to make a good one out of one of them. Carrier gearbox, and down in the yard there, there's the set of tracks for it, good set of tracks. A fuel tank, but it's stuffed, so I get some fittings off it. And there's our good set of trucks. Plus a spare engine cover.
And how do they join together? Are they just a pins, right?
Pins.
Is there an adjustment link or something? Or?
No,
okay.
Just on the vehicle adjust it. But the trouble is I'm going to have to count and make sure I've got enough linkages. So I'll have to work out how many I need and then count them and make sure I've got enough. I've got another set there. So they came from the army in sections like that.
Right.
So that's how they transport them, and then they link them all together. So hopefully I've got enough bits. When I was swinging it around the yard, trying to line it up with the other carriage and compare it, as I came around, the carrier got out of control and nearly rolled the Land Cruiser, and the front of the carrier hit my tree here. So hopefully it'll be all right. It's just the bark, so another tree's a problem.
Tell me about this engine block.
So I've got a couple of engine blocks. I got this one because it's a carrier block. The oil import there, and 99 stamped on the block, and they're carrier blocks, yeah. And then we've got then we've got a couple of other out of the blitzers. Maybe the bits and pieces of it.
So this doesn't fit.
No, because of the sump and that, and
yeah.
little bit bigger motor to
Okay.
push the carrier, whereas they didn't need them as big to push the trucks.
And does it have like what normally sits on top of there? Is it just a rocker cover or
intake manifold? All bolts on there.
Okay.
Bolts there, and there's a hole in that one.
And have you still got it, or?
Yeah, you got the bits. Yeah.
Okay.
We've got enough bits to make it complete, not running yet, but
yeah.
at least it'll be complete.
Okay.
And just buckets of carrier bits, so a set of boxes, another box here, the rusty bottom, seat brackets for the back, which are good, carry exhaust manifolds, which are straighter and different to a normal one, ammo boxes, brackets, which are nice to have.
What's the little light?
And no, distributor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, distributor for the carrier. Some backing plates, air intake for the.
Is this an old generator on it for it, or alternator, or what are they?
Yeah, the generator for
Generator.
it.
Okay.
Yep. And engine covers for the, which is good to get.
Oh yeah.
Save having to cut them up. A good fuel tank. Carrier fuel tank, which has got the special Just a
filter?
little
Or?
filter, yeah. Custom.
And what do they fill it in the top of that or something?
Yeah,
like that?
splits it. Splits. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Clean as a whistle. So I got one really good, this good tank, and then the other one there.
And what's this down here? Is that a vent or something? Or?
Yeah. No, that's. Oh. Might be, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't have on the other carrier. And over here, more engine covers. A good air scoop, all the bits on it. A couple more wheels, brake drum, and more engine covers, which I'll use to make up one. And a good, someone said Hotchkiss gun mount, which is rare, or haven't seen one before, and a Vickers gun mount, which has been a bit more common. So yeah, hopefully that carrier will one day end up like that carrier.
What's that on the ground over there? What's that piece?
Oh, that's the colour goes on the
Oh,
top.
okay.
Got that
Yep.
one over
Same down the back. Yep. Hey, Chooks.
We also got it's a Ford Jeep motor, and it had a generator on the back of it, old school 3-phase generator on the back of it. So, but Ford F stamped radiator. Can you believe it? Car to carby, which is good. Otherwise, everything else is F stamped. Thermostat. Generator, starter still on it. So we'll just get all the unnecessary bits off it, and then we'll start it up, try and start it and run it.
And what are you doing, John? Are you taking the clutch off or putting it on, or what are you doing?
Getting rid of it so I can get rid of the coupling from the generator.
Okay. Is it seized up or?
The motor's good, no, it's turned over.
Okay.
Yeah. It turns over. But just someone's cut that bell housing up, so you could take it off, but then on the other hand we could put it back on, couldn't we? So when it spins it doesn't grab your leg.
No, I'll take that coupling.
So what's this one down here?
Oh, just a governor, so when it was stationary and it was running, it governs the throttle.
Oh, for the generator?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah.
And is the generator military or?
No,
No,
it's just in a big heavy cast thing.
All right, tell me more about these. Show me just the wheels and running gear and stuff. What's all these levers and bits up the front?
The mud guards are unfortunately missing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that guard was cut. I think they must.
And what's this do?
That just adjusts the tracks on it, but it's all bent up. That should come through. Should come through the hole like in this carrier. Like. Nice. That's the adjuster on there. So when they cut the guards off, the farmers cut the guards off and just bent this up to get it out of the way. So that'll eventually free up. And then we've got two new ones of them, which are good.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see on the holes on there, they've had a blade on it of sorts. Blade up there, and then they've bolted it on. So they've cut off blade, cuts off there. Horn bracket, mirror bracket. We've collected enough little rusty bits of holders, which probably go that way, and they go down.
And was that for the driver to look through? Or?
Yeah, they had little bits of glass in them, so up like that glass, when they wanted to shut them down, they shut them down.
Okay. And what, did they have any sort of top protection?
None at all. Vickers barrel case, which had in the gun, they put the spare barrel in there. Air intake goes in there. This one's a later one, so it had the radio. This is the armour hinge for the top of the radio. Had an armour lid on it. You used to close over the top of the radio to look after it.
Like a box for the radios, or just a cover?
No, just the cover. So it was open at the front for the dials and stuff, and then this cover went over and clicked in place.
And why is this wheel in such good condition? Is that a rare find? Or?
Just lucky, I suppose.
What do you do? Like, do you get these made up?
You
or?
can do, yeah.
Okay.
Going Toowoomba does them, but they were like $350 each at one stage. They're probably more now, but I got six good ones over there and here, and amongst others.
To make a.
It's just the bottom.
And what is it? Is it 4 on each or 5 on each? It's 4 on each side, is it?
But the front ones are normally not too bad. It's the ones that are on the ground that get knocked about.
And this is like a pinion type thing, is it, at the back?
The axle, but unfortunately it's a Ford truck axle. It's not a carrier axle.
Okay.
So we've got to fit a carrier axle on it. So some of the farmers probably taken off. The next owners probably put that on there to try and put the tracks on it and get it going. But
And what's different about the carrier ones?
Just see all the brake mechanism there on the left and right.
Oh yeah.
Brake. And a fair bit different. So the boxes will go on there eventually. Boxes on there, tools on there. Because it's a later one, the tools are on the back. Earlier models had the tools on the side, which used to get ripped off, so they moved the tools around the back here. That early carrier's got the tools on the side. And all the Vickers tripod mount, Bren gun mount for the gun can fit in the back there. All the linkages are in there for the changing the gears, obviously. Fuel tanks go in the left and right there. Those engine covers, when they're done up, we'll put back on top of the motor there.
And what's that down there? Is that fuel or oil?
Oil, yeah, oil. Come in, see the oil goes in there and back in the gearbox.
Is that the cooling rings there for it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Little seat brackets are still on it. They're the backrests of the seat brackets. They're little on the side there. And that serial number, that's where they stamped them just above that coupling.
And why did they have a backrest there? Was that for holding the gun or something? Or?
The guy sits there, looks forward. One
Right.
guy on one side of the engine box, the other guy on the other side of the engine box.
Yep.
Because the radio over there, probably the radio guy to that side.
Mm-hmm.
The gun at this side maybe. And then up here there's another two blokes. Driver. Another gun of those seats are scissor lifts, so you pull the lever and they go down, so you get below the armour, and then you pull them up so you can go over the top.
Is that about as low as they go? Or?
Yeah, it could be, yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Are they all seized up? Or?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gear stick, gear shift.
Yep.
Would have had a bit of armour here that pivots on there, just over the top of the gun. A Vickers would have been alright. It has a flat bit. Whereas a Bren with the mag and stuff like that, I think it has a bit of a cone on there so it can swing the gun around a bit more.
The water pump seat. So I'll have to take that off and that rubber off. So I might take that off and take the radiator off. Huh? Won't take a minute.
Then you try that head off and then
No.
makes a mess of it.
No, not that one.
You clean that carpet out too, really. So you need a fuel line on that way.
So that's original. Yeah.
And
No, that's all different.